Meko and Zezo were two lively brothers, ages 5 and 6, who spent most of their days running around the house, laughing and playing. But when it came to toys, those smiling faces quickly turned serious. They fought over everything: cars, blocks, stuffed animals, anything they could get their hands on. No matter how much their dad tried to mediate, the boys simply refused to share. "Dad, Zezo took my favorite truck again," Meko would shout. "Not true. Meko grabbed it when I was building my race," Zezo would argue back. Day after day, their dad watched the bickering unfold, his heart growing heavier with sadness. He loved his boys dearly, but seeing them constantly at odds made him worry about the kind of relationship they would grow up to have. He didn't want toys to come between them. One evening, after yet another squabble that ended with toys scattered across the living room, Dad decided he needed to take action. Sitting the brothers down, he spoke softly but firmly.
Meko, Zezo, I've been watching you fight over these toys every single day. It isn't fair to anyone, not to you, to each other, or to me. So I've made a decision.
The boys stared at him, wide-eyed. They weren't sure what was coming, but they could tell it was important.
I won't be buying any more toys for either of you, Dad continued, not until you learn how to share and stop fighting. If you can understand why sharing is so important and work together, things can change. But until then, enough is enough.
The brothers were stunned. No new toys. The thought sent their little minds into a spiral. But as days passed and playtime came around, they quickly began to feel the consequences of their behavior. With no shiny new toys to distract them, they were stuck using the same ones they fought over. At first, their arguing continued as usual, but the weeks stretched on and the novelty of even their favorite toys began to wear off. Something clicked in Meko and Zezo's minds. They were making playtime miserable for each other, and neither of them was having fun. They realized that their dad's feelings were hurt too. He had been sad every time they fought, and now he wasn't smiling as much as he used to. One afternoon, the boys sat quietly beside their dad. They looked at each other and then at him, guilt flashing across their faces. Zezo said softly, "We're sorry," Meko added. "We should have listened to you. We don't want to fight anymore. We'll share our toys from now on." Their dad's face lit up with relief and joy. He hugged both boys tightly, his sadness finally lifting. "You've made me so proud," he said. "Thank you for understanding. Sharing isn't just about toys. It's about kindness and love. I know you'll take care of each other from now on." From that day forward, Meko and Zezo tried their best to share, turning their old arguments into teamwork and laughter. And when their dad surprised them with new toys a few weeks later, the brothers didn't fight even once. They were too busy playing together.